New episode Your Provision. I heard someone faint voice, but I could not understand what a word as my whole body started to hurt, especially my right arm and legs. It feels like I'm trapped and could not even move a muscles, but still managed to move my hand and open my eyes, only to shut it back as the bright light let it take my sight. As my senses were getting clear, I hear shuffling sound until a male voice echoed in my ear. Mrs. John, can you open your eyes? I slowly opened my eyes and it took me a moment to adjust my eyesight. I looked around and realized I'm in a hospital room with a nurse and a doctor. How are you feeling? Doctor asked while the nurse helped me sit straight. It feels like my whole body is trapped under some heavy weight, I said and realized my voice is really weak. But what made me shocked was plaster on my right arms and leg. I freaking look like a mummy. But at least my face is not covered with a bandage. He asked me a few more questions and injected me, then walked out the room. So I actually met with an accent. What a mouth, Yuna. If you have wished to drop a K-pop march on or maybe idle, then maybe you were with your boys right now instead of this hospital. Why are you so unfair, God? My eyes shift back to the door as the figure walked inside, which is none other than Jungkook. Usually people lose their memory after an accident, but look at me, I still remember every time things. Imagine forgetting everything and start fresh as if you are new to this world. No pain, no betrayal, no stress. As if possible, wait, memory loss. Yuna, Jungkook whispered as his voice weak and I read. Did he cry? I struggled all the thoughts and focused on my evil idea. Do I know you? I asked innocently. His face turned pale and I don't know why, but my heart felt heavy. I'm Jungkook, your husband, he said with a shaky voice. His reaction is completely opposite to what I expected. And it's not fun. I thought he would lose his shit, but why he's acting like a decent human being. Do you really not remember me? He held my hand while looking straight into my eyes. My heart dropped at the way he looking at me with so much hope. I cleared my throat before losing a chill. I was just joking. I murmured while staring at the ceiling. I did not look at him at all and I really have no idea why I'm feeling this way. I could feel his gaze on me. It made me nervous, but still did not shift my gaze back to him. How are you feeling? He asked after a long, awkward silence. Could I laughed lightly to ease the situation, but I felt stupid afterward. Again, it became awkward, but this time none of us started conversation, and this silence started suffocating me. I thought to say something, but he got up and walked out of the room. Strange. I lay down and after staring at the ceiling for a minute I fell asleep. It's not like I can do anything with a broken arm and a leg. After a while I wake up feeling uncomfortable and tried to turn to the other side but could not. A sign left my lips as I felt like crying out of frustration but felt a pair of a warm hand on my left shoulder and one at the back of my head. I tilted my head slightly to see Jungkook. When did he even come here? He gently and carefully made me turn into a more comfortable position. A hum of satisfaction left my lips as I closed my eyes, feeling drowsy. 3 days later, it's been 3 days since I'm in the hospital, and this is really boring. Jungkook is also acting weird. Usually, he would never leave a chance to tease me or annoy me, but he is acting completely opposite. Would visit me, stay in the hospital at the night, but won't say a damn word, and I don't understand what exactly happened to him. Mr. John visited me as well and told me Jungkook was really worried after my accident, which surprised me. This man was worried that too for me. Wow, it feels like an achievement, but that still does not define his weird behavior for the past 3 days. Did I mention he is the one who is feeding me? Even I am surprised, but I did not argue because I can't use my right arm. Today I'm getting discharged and I'm really happy that I don't have to stay one more minute in the hospital even though I was supposed to stay in the hospital for a week. At least I'm still getting discharged and I guess it's because of Jungkook. But I really don't mind since I want to get out of this place. I can't walk on my own yet, so I was using wheelchair. The nurse led me to the reception where Jungkook was doing the formalities. He approached me once he was done and took me to the parking lot. He stopped and slid his arm around my waist and at the back of my knees to lift me in a bridal style. I clutched his shirt with my left hand as the driver opened the door, and he carefully placed me inside. Then take the seat next to me. Thanks, I murmured, but he did not say a word, which made me pout. Seriously, what's wrong with him? We reached home and he bring me to his room, which made my eyes widen. Jungkook, this is not my room. I panicked, but he remained calm. He placed me in the bed and walked out of the room. What the heck is even he planning? I murmured and crossed my arms. After a while, he came back with some of my clothes and put it in his closet. Tujion Jungkook, I'm talking to you, I exclaimed frustratedly. He turned around with a cold look before starting the closet and leaned against it. Speak, he said, his voice sent chill. He arched an eyebrow while crossing his arm against his chest. His muscles flexed, and I could not help but stare at how good his look in white t-shirt and ripped jeans, which hugged his thighs perfectly. His arm linked with a tattoo or on a clear view, which make him look or even more good. Since when did I start finding him attractive? I shrugged off all the thoughts and cleared my throat. Why I'm in your room? I asked, and he tilted his head slightly, his face void of any emotion. Since you can't walk and use your right arm, there a button on the nightstand for you to alarm me and maid if you need anything. He explained in a cold tone. Oh, I wanted to say more than just oh, but his cold expression are warning me to stay quiet. After arranging the room, he walked out, leaving me alone. I already feel bored. I watched some videos on the YouTube, but after an hour got bored. I pressed the button located on the nightstand, and in a few minutes Jungkook entered the room. I'm bored, so why not annoy him? I'm thirsty, I said, and he stared at the jug of the water on the nightstand, which made me mentally face palm myself. He sat at the edge of the bed and poured water in the glass. I don't want to drink water, I want juice. He looked at me for a second, and I acted all innocent for the sake of my safety. I'm like it playing with the fire, but who cares as long as it's fun. He placed the glass back on the table and walked off the room. I giggled and grabbed my phone to kill the time until he came back. Here, he bring juice for me and I put the glass on the table. He cocked an eyebrow but did not say anything and turned to leave. I watched him until he was out of the door, then pressed the button again. In a few seconds, he was back again in the room. Can you open that window? I feel suffocated. He walked toward the window and opened it, letting the fresh air hit his skin. I smiled innocently when he looked at me and exited the room. I waited for a few minutes, then again pressed the button. As expected, he came back. I'm bored. Turn on the TV, please. Did as I said without altering a word, and to my surprise, he did not look annoyed at all. He left the room after helping me sit comfortably. After 10 minutes, I pressed the button again. He walked in and looked straight into my eyes. I smiled nervously and mentally cursed myself for not thinking anything. Why should I say now? Why did I call him? Oh shoot, Yuna, why are you so stupid? Yuna. He called my name in a soft tone that made me most almost choke on my saliva. What's with him? He has been cold for the past 3 days and it's now calling me so softly. Is he drunk or something? He snapped his finger in front of my face and I looked around nervously to come up with something. I said whatever come in mind. I want to bath. His face turned into an amusing one and I realized my world. Wait, what the heck? Before I could even take it back, he walked toward the bathroom and I cursed myself continuously. He came back after 5 minutes and grabbed the bathrobe and my please my I then what when he went through my undergarments. Yeah, you don't have to touch them. I almost shouted, feeling embarrassed. He did not say anything about inside the bathroom. He came back and carried me in bridal style. At this point my heart was beating like crazy. He placed me on a small stool and shut the door. My eyes widened. Are not the maids supposed to help me? Why did you shut the door and where are the maids? I asked panicked. He smirked and bent down to my level. Maids are on the leave, sweet chicks, and of course I am here to help you since you could barely use your hands. No, thanks, I can manage, I exclaimed, but he would not budge. He could not be serious right now. Don't be childish, who know it's you broke left arm as well, he said, and I stared at him helplessly. Find a solution, you and I internally screamed. Let us start, shall we? The way he said those words made my stomach feel all weird. He came back to his real self at the very wrong time. Wrong time.